Welcome to A Few Minutes with Mark. Mark Stevens is a 7th grade history teacher at Glasgow Middle School. Today we're going to talk with Mark about virtual class ideas and what he might be doing in his class in the near future. Hi Mark, how are you doing today?
Hello Mark, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. So, you asked me to come in and talk a little bit about this virtual class. Can you give us a little bit of information about the whole virtual class idea and what virtual means?
Well, a virtual class is obviously a class where the students do not meet together in an actual room as far as a brick and mortar room. A virtual class would use some type of online class system, meeting at least once a week, and various resources that they would use outside of class. Now the idea that I'm working on here, we're calling it a research methods and web publication class, is going to be 2 6-week sessions, one starting in November and one starting after winter break, where the students will work on developing advanced skills with research, different types of research methods and sources.
So, can you explain a little bit more than in detail what the students will be doing during this virtual class?
Okay. Well, they're going to be doing this. It'll be kind of like modern day terms. Is you might hear the term flipped, you might hear the term hybrid, you might hear the term blended. We're going to be kind of applying that to a virtual environment, in that we're going to the content, the research skill, the organizational skill, or the web programming skill they've got to learn. They'll watch a video the week before the actual online class, and they'll do a formative assessment attached to that. And then what they'll do is they'll self-select an extension activity based on what they feel that they would like to work on more, or if they don't quite get it, they could ask to come into like a remediation, catch-up type of a session. One of the components of the class we hope to make work, we're building up a database of various professional researchers, many of them college professors. Hopefully some of them will be internationally based, that will come in and talk to the kids for short little 10-minute periods with maybe 5 minutes for the students to ask them questions.
And Mark, can you tell us how this whole idea of the virtual class started?
Well, I've worked for other organizations teaching virtual classes, and I came to think, why in the world can middle school students in a public school environment not do this? Well, of course they can. It's just until now the opportunity has not come up for them to do that. And slowly but surely over, I think we're up to about 400 hours now of work developing the class idea and the resources for it. And Ms. Lavery has blessed us with the opportunity to be able to offer this. It's now getting within 2 months from actually going live with the idea, if we get students who are interested.
Do you think that middle school students can really learn this way, and will they learn this way?
Well, I know they will. I know they will. Number one, I've seen, again, in the other organization I work for, I've seen middle school age students do that. Number two, last year we kind of tested this environment with SOL reviews, using an online environment where the kids would dial in with the computer program we'll be using, and we would do that. And we combined with another middle school in Fairfax County, and all people that participated in it seemed to think it was a good thing. And a lot of people, it gives voice to kids that won't speak in class for one reason or another, because they're not in front of their peers and feeling intimidated by that. So that is one benefit that it will do.
So you talked about the quiet student benefiting from something like this, but what else will students get by participating in this pilot?
Well, they'll build in-depth research skills, number one. They'll start to build a mindset of technology problem solving, because technology doesn't always work perfectly, and they've got to be determined how to solve those problems. They'll build up a bunch of organizational skills, but probably the most important thing, to prepare for the requirement that they take an online class before they graduate from high school, they'll start to develop that mindset. And also the percentage of college classes being taught online is increasing every semester. So it will give them the skills in the short run, but also develop their skills in the long run to make them successful down the road. I just felt it was our responsibility, if we could, to start preparing them for that here in the middle school level.
Education really revolves around research. What does research show about the virtual class, taking classes online? What does research show?
Well, the funny thing about research is it both shows and doesn't show us things. Well, by what it shows us what isn't. For instance, Fairfax County, in a research report, about a 170-page research report, called, I'm not sure what it's called, but anyway, Fairfax County has one of the largest online programs, and their online campus in 2010-2011 had 5,054 supplemental course enrollments for high school students or middle school students taking high school classes. Nothing supplemental for middle school age students. I feel that's a population that we need to change this to meet their needs. And another thing that is kind of disappointing in online education, something I think that we should work with, is the fact that some of the populations that we work with, our Hispanic students and our African American students, if you compare the percentage of them, of who they are, the total school population, to the percentage of Hispanic and Latino students or African American students who are in online classes, the percentages don't match. They're underrepresented in online education opportunities. I feel that's something that if we start them at a middle school level, we can start to rectify that. But something that's even more shocking is those students who are socioeconomically challenged, feel those kind of things, is that those students, for instance, are 44.6% of the general student population in the country, but only 21% are in online classes. So I feel that's a call to action on our part.
Okay, and then finally, Mark, what should people do if they want more information about this?
Well, there's going to be a website that's going to be available through their students here at Glasgow, and hopefully that we can get the word out, because the plan is to pull students from several different middle schools, Rocky Run, Longfellow, possibly Key, and Glasgow, to all participate in this class that we're doing. 2 sessions, there could be as much as 2 sessions running concurrently together, one on Monday night, one on Tuesday night, and they would get their choice to choose which one, so that we would match up people with their needs as far as what they want.
Okay, Mark, well, we appreciate you taking a few minutes to talk about this. We're excited, and we hope good things come of this.
Thank you very much, Mark.